Extending the greeting of salam isn't the only way of showing brotherhood. We must also strive to relieve pains and suffering of those in need.
Boko Haram ne sun shiga garinmu har sun fara barnar ran da sun shiga ranar ne ana cikin zama har su ne sun fara tura mota gaba har an mai sojoji ne an kawo tura kowa shiga murna can an jima kuma an fara ganin masu mashin kowa ya fara gudo wani ya karye wani sun yanka wuya mu kuma sai mun shiga cikin gidanmu sun kama yayana sun tafi da shi amma mama na bata nan abun ya faru har sun kashe wani yaro daya a gidanmu to sai sun fitar da wani yaro a saman silin guda biyu sun tafi da su ba mu san ta yin da sun yi da su ba sai mun ji labari akan an riga an yanka wuyansu.
One Ummah Islamic Organization, also known as One Ummah, is an organization formed in 2013 to be the platform for impacting knowledge and disseminating Islamic values and teachings, especially to the teeming Muslim youths.
One Ummah is focused basically on achieving certain goals. Amongst them is to strengthen unity in the Ummah, to bring the Ummah together, to strive for peaceful coexistence, to also take the Muslim youth and give them a better role models and try its best to also disseminate Islamic core values to the Muslim and non-Muslim populace.
Our mission is to provide an environment for Islamic knowledge dissemination and sharing, to reawaken people's consciousness of Islam's core values, principles, and its adoptions. One Ummah is a coalition of 4 Islamic organizations comprising mainly of young Muslims with a keen interest in reaching out to Muslims and non-Muslims with the aim of teaching Islam in order to build confident Muslim youth and instill in them the love and fear of Allah, the way it should be, help change people's misconceptions about Islam, and enlighten them of its gentleness, love, peace, and beauty. Above all, help bring about peace and coexistence in our country. To this end, we have invited notable Islamic scholars and personalities, like Mufti Ismail Menk, Dr. Zakir Naik, Dr. Abu Amina Bilal Phillips, and Mutab Beal. These and other scholars across the globe have gracefully impacted knowledge on the Muslims in Nigeria through the call of One Ummah. Lectures on sweetness of faith delivered by Dr. Bilal Phillips.
Messengers who would live those messages from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The messengers brought those books to life, which is why Aisha radiallahu anha, when she was asked about the character of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she said his character was the Quran.
Solution to Our State of Weakness by Mufti Menk.
You are never going to have as much money as you want all the time. You will have a loss at certain times. Why? We want to see how you react when you don't have or when you suffer a loss. You will never be able to marry the people you want all the time because we want to see how you react when you don't get temporarily who you want in this particular world. Allahu Akbar. That's just by example.
And other eloquent speakers helped in enlightening our teeming population.
You have to realize, you people here that's Muslim for hundreds of years, or maybe thousands, over 1,000 years Islam been in Africa. You, mashallah, should be the leading example. The Americans should be looking at the people over here and say, we want to be like these individuals because they own Quran and the Sunnah. Look at the way they deal with each other. Look at the honesty. Look at their religious. It shouldn't be the opposite. You know what I mean? The example should be coming from the Muslims, inshallah.
One Ummah Dawah activities extends to all parts of the country that are in striking need of aid. Therefore, the organization has encouraged the teachings of Islam in a lot of communities visited to boost their hopes in Allah and improve their practice of the deen. The organization strives to ensure sustainability among needy Muslims and non-Muslims so that they can cater for themselves and for their families. This was demonstrated during One Ummah's visit to the Masaka IDP camp in Abuja, where relief materials and empowerment tools were given to some members in the camp.
How does Allah employ you? Allah makes you to want to provide for others less fortunate than you. This is how Allah employs you, and this is how Allah has employed us. There are other people that could be out there spending their money, going to a cinema, going to a nightclub, going to a joint, sitting down with friends, drinking alcohol, doing things that are haram. But we are here today sacrificing our weekends, our time, our money, our physical self for the sake of Allah. Wallahi, it is only the one that Allah has given Iman that can do this. So thank Allah that Allah has given you the Iman to be able to sacrifice. When you have much or when you have little, you are sacrificing for the sake of Allah.
Relief materials such as food items, blankets, mats, and medical care through the medical caravan with doctors and so on were made available. Empowerment tools such as motorcycles, sewing and designing machines, grinding machines, generators, and other tools were also donated to the camp so as to encourage productivity for sustenance and financial independence. Other outings, such as the visit to Jashiri village, Gabusa, were also embarked upon, and they were all provided with both medical and food items. During the visit to Jashiri village, over 7 people from the community reverted to Islam, and both the Muslims and non-Muslims also benefited from all the donations and help rendered. Other activities of One Ummah include sponsoring children in schools, payment of hospital bills, organizing medical caravans, and so on.
The statistic, roughly, I can say, all in all, we are about 800 and something in numbers. The women, they were about 200, and the men, we are about 100, and the children, they were about, not babies, the children, that is 10 to 2 years, they were about 100 or 200, and then the babies, a year below, they were about 50 something. Then there are widows or widowers. We all have them here in this charity camp here. So, and what we want the government to do is, you know, we are needy and we are seriously in need. We want government to come into our aid so that they will assist us in schooling our children. Then our women, if you can see the way they are acting, you know, they were seriously hungry. They were in need. That was why you see them hungry.
Strong subsidiary of One Ummah organization is the One Ummah Charity, which dwells to provide solutions to starvation, homelessness, and helplessness of internally displaced persons around the country, as well as vulnerable and underprivileged persons. With their needs so enormous, it's important for all hands to be on deck to support them. Therefore, the organization has partnered with the International Center for Islamic Culture and Education, ICICE. Like Minds and Sidar help in alleviating the problems facing the IDPs in the northeastern region of Nigeria. This partnership has helped to facilitate the collection and distribution of more aid to the traumatized people of Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states. The Emir of One Ummah and the representative of the National Emergency Management Agency, or NEMA, described the magnitude of requirement in one of the camps, the Dalori camp and Maduguri.
In this camp, the Dalori camp, there are over 8,000 children. 8,001 children are in this camp who have not gone to school. A lot of them underage have been orphaned. They will grow up not knowing a father. They will grow up not knowing a mother. And wallahi, these children are supposed to be the leaders. Imagine what will happen 20 years or 30 years from now. Imagine the problem we are seeing today of this group of people that are going around killing people in the name of our religion, my religion. I am a Muslim, but today I am seen as a terrorist by other people in my own country because a group of people do not understand the religion of Islam.
At One Ummah, we have a responsibility to touch every life. The Ummah is a family under the scope of Islam, and this family would not be complete without one part supporting the other. Help the widows to help their children. Help an orphan to help himself, and encourage the society through your act of ibadah. By reaching out to the vulnerable Ummah, we can continue to promote the light of Islam. Let's support the needy to strengthen the Ummah. Let their tears be wiped away through our act of charity, kindness, and donation. Once you have the ability, then you have the responsibility. Plenty is not enough, and little is not small, because their world is bigger than our imagination.